Shaking. Give everybody a minute to tap into the live. Give everybody a minute to tap in. Just cook up some shit right quick. We're shaking, we're shaking, we're shaking, we're shaking. What up, what up, what up, what up? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Give everybody like one more minute before I really get into it. Trying to find a pad sound. What going on, everybody? What going on? What going on? Just finna cook up. Just an idea. See where it take us. I ain't got no plan. Just finna fuck around. Everybody that's in the live, if you can like the live video and subscribe to the page, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. Tracking out my latest creation. It's dope. That's dope. And this sound is coming out of Rod Paper, the Albino 3. And I even tell you the sound name. The sound name is Ambient. It's Ambient Sounds Dark Cloud. So you know with me, everything just starts with a progression, and then we build from there. This sustain pedal right. Lazy fingers, lazy fingers. Bass on here. I'm just using, for the time being, I'm gonna just use a stock Reason bass. Coming out of the Subtractor. It's actually the first sound when you let me pull it up. everybody that's in the live, if you could like the live video and subscribe to the channel, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. We close to 10,000. Close to 10,000 subscribers, and you know, I need you guys to reach that goal. Appreciate it, Brody. Pulling up this patch out of Artura. It's like it's becoming one of my go-to patches. Appreciate that. And it's like my first track of the day, so usually the first track of the day be like, yeah, because warming up my brain, warming up my fingers, warming up my mind, all that type of shit. But it's still good finger exercise. It's still good finger exercise. I ain't even smoked the whole J yet. I just fired it up, but give me a second and I'll warm up. What it do? What it do? What I finna say, everybody that's in the live, it's like 34 people in here. If y'all could like the live video, that'd be dope. And subscribe to the channel as well. Appreciate y'all. Come on. That's too much. That's cool. Start another little idea. I'm gonna save this shit or start another one. Start one more live deal. I wanna be like you after I get done with this cool shit. 40 people in one like it. Yeah, this shit crazy. We gonna keep it pushing. Gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna cook up one more little idea, and then shit. What you working in? I'm actually in Reason 12, but I just got a gang of shit though. That's the only thing. Did you go? Mm-mm. I didn't go to school for music. I went to school for business. I went to school for business. But I got a couple friends that went to SAE. My little stepbrother just graduated from SAE actually. Pull up the Mellotron. The Mellotron by Artura. Yeah, now I only move on to grandmother. Appreciate that, Chino. Two Papa, you got the MV8800. You just got the ASR10, MV8800, and sample the VST atmosphere. Nah, that's a fact. I do that with my ASR. Like I be sampling like these Artura sounds and shit in there, and just fatten them up. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put some shit like, I'm gonna put the RC20. Y'all familiar with the RC20? It's made by XLN. Very dope plug-in. I'm gonna just duck that down a little bit. And then I'm gonna plug up probably the Mini V4. Get a bass out of that. Sometimes this shit happens, but you just gotta keep playing through it. Yeah, now well, that choir, that's actually a reason choir. It's called Artificial Choir. It's probably like one of the best big choirs they got. It's coming out the Combinator. Doom. Doom. play it for shits and giggles. I really hate this fucking piano sound. Hate that. Try to find a lead. Let's see. We can use the Roland Cloud, probably like the Pro Mars. Yeah, nah, live guitars go stupid. Stupid, Chino. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Everybody that's on the live, if you could like the live video and subscribe to the channel, that'll be dope. That'll be really dope. Appreciate y'all. My bad. Been violently smoking today. Hope you good. Hell yeah, bro. No, I keep smoke. That ain't shit. Appreciate you tapping in, Brody. Appreciate you. Pretty much it for them. Just gotta structure some shit, balance some shit, make sure everything got space. pretty much it. Do you like it with the last instrument? The strings take some energy out of the other instruments. I mean, shit. Like you just listening to it like in a loop form. Like when you make these shits and you structure them out, everything gonna have a place. And then too, when you mix it, everything have a place. Like 9 times out of 10, like these strings will probably be like hard left or some shit over there, and the mellotron is over there, so you get a balance. You know what I'm saying? Just like the piano stabs would be over here, and the horns would be dead all the way to the goddamn right. So you get like a nice balance. And like if you look at the meters, everything is pretty much balanced. Or what have you. And I ain't even gonna hold you. When I first started making tracks, I used to be scared to pan shit or whatever. But just like the more I listen to music, especially like I listen to a lot of older music, so that shit was like monophonic. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these, DAWs or what have you, they make everything stereo. But back in the day, shit was monophonic. So you have to make a decision. Like, is that shit gonna be left or right? Like you can't get away with like the little stereo image and shit. Like, don't be scared to turn that pan, but you know what I'm saying? Wow, I haven't thought about using pan in that way. Yeah, man, like, cause you just giving your shit space. Like, it's cool. Like, just throw that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't use the MP software. I use MP and standalone. Like, I use it in standalone mode or what have you. And like majority of these ideas that I be doing on live, like when I be ready to like structure them out, I plug my MP, my 3000 up with the MIDI cable and sync it. And then I do my drums and my rhythm shit in the MPC. And then I dump the audio out. Well, because the 3000 is not even an export button. So you have to, turn, what I have to say, the MPC to a slave. So when you hit play on Reason or Pro Tools, the clock will start moving at the same time and then dumping the audio. And even when I use like my X or like my Live or like the 61 or what have you, like I don't hit that export button. Like these are analog machines, so you want to be able to, hit those converters, and actually get the analog sound from it. Even though like the newer machines, I ain't even finna hold you, they don't hit like this ASR and they don't hit like the 3000, but you still, you want that color, you want that presence or what have you. And then I run my shit through a couple shit before it hits like the interface. Cause like I got an Allen and Heath board. So I run the shit to the board, play with some sweet spots, maybe boost the EQ, or especially like in my drums. I I turn like my kicks or whatever. I turn the low end up and cut down the highs with this mixer before I even go to, the DAW. The same thing with like basses or what have you. Like I try to make them fat as hell before it even hits. You know what I'm saying? The DAW. So like it already got that color and that weight on it. And then, cause I ain't even gonna hold you. I got a gang of plugins, but I've been trying lately to like just have great sound selection. Like, you know, getting the EA Ski drum kit. You know what I'm saying? Where you already got good sounds that I already hit. And so basically when I get in the computer, I'm just damn near like just balancing shit instead of trying to put this on this and try to over compress it and all that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you can add compression, you can add limiters on there, but if you ain't got the right sound choice or like them shits not hitting hard, then you kind of fuck. You finna be putting about 10 goddamn scripts on there to, you know what I'm saying, do what you could have did from the beginning. Cause like even when I be bouncing sounds into the computer, sometimes I'll let them levels clip. Sometimes I'll let them hit in the red. Long as you know what your idea is in your mind and your processing and you know what you're doing, you can get away with that shit. Cause even like when I be sampling sounds in like with the MP, like I turn the record gain all the way up so the shit is already hitting hot. And so when I hit that pad, That snare's going wah, 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 or you even hear that hiss. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go back and you listen to like some of that older hip hop shit, especially like the boom bap up north sound, like you go listen to those hi hats, like you can hear that yes, and all that. I think the MPCs are really dope controllers. I don't need the software on monitor, but I have MPC Touch. I only work with PC. Yeah, like when it comes to the MPC, like I said, I don't really use the computer. Like I've made a couple tracks long, like probably like 6 years ago when they had the little studio joint and the Renaissance. But I was like, nah, I can't fuck with this. It kept doing weird shit. What plugins do you use for these sounds, brother? Man, we'll be here all day, man. Rolling Cloud, the Chord Cloud, Artura, Native, XLN, Synth Masters, Rob Papin, um, IK Media, Output got some shit. Sugar Bites, Tone 2. Yeah, and that's just a glimpse of shit. That's just a glimpse. Do you also have the feeling that this digital production takes the feeling out the music? Yeah. Well, see, with me, like coming from like when I started making music when I was 11, I had a Triton and an MPC. So basically, you had to sit there and play. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff in like when you mess up notes, you know, in the computer, you can click stuff and move stuff around or what have you. But you know, you had to sit there and you had to play it right or what have you. And that stuff added like a character you know what I'm saying, to your music. That's why like sometimes when I'm using the computer, like sometimes I don't quantize stuff. I just leave it so it can have that feel, it can have that bop, it can have that slide, it can have that character or what have you. It's a lot of tricks you can do with the computer to make shit sound perfect. But that perfectness sometimes take away from the music because when you listen to like them older records, like them Temptation records, shit, them Isley records, them Jackson records. What up, A Major? What to do? What to do? That shit was like a pocket and a feel and a groove and all that shit wasn't played on. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas was one taking. They were taking them songs all the way through. So you know, all that just added character, like the imperfections or whatever was good. And like with this newer shit now, man, like they want they try to make this shit sound perfect, and the perfectness takes away from the character and the sonics of the music. You know what I mean? This real feeling like butterflies in your stomach through. Yeah, like analog, man, like man, it's even sometimes like the most simplistic beats or whatever, because the way that kick coming through there or like the way that bass feel, like it be so much weight and body to that sound where you can get away with minimal production because of just like the sonics of those instruments and the character that's coming through or whatever. It's so warm and round and rich. You like, man, I don't need that much. Whereas like with the computer, like I can put a horn in this ASR, sample it, turn the boost on, it's gonna sound fat as hell. I might have to, if I'm trying to get that same sound I'm trying to get out the ASR, it ain't gonna happen. But like I can take like the combinator and reason, and I might have to stack like 5 or 6 horns and turn shit up to make it fat. Hey Major, I really don't like to quantize my mess. Like, see? Like to keep it raw. And that shit just add character to that shit, man. And the feeling. I've been trying to practice quantizing less, especially when writing piano chords. It feels so robotic when it can be good. I need it, but the most is come. Nah, that's a fact. Especially when you try to do that, and all them rolls and all them grace notes. Man, the quantize be fucking all that shit up when you be trying to do that shit. Like, it be making you sound like a robot. That's when I was like, man, fuck that. Turn that shit off and just play. Just play and it'll catch. It'll catch. I find myself bobbing my head more like this when I take the quantize off. Like it just be a groove. Like that shit just sounds so real and rich without it. Yeah, that. And yeah, and a bounce. Exactly. You give it that. I can't really describe it, man. Y'all gonna have to when y'all make a track today or something, man. Just turn the quantiles off. Just turn it off, and then just try to make the beat. Like it might sound stupid when you beginning, but just go through that whole process, and you gonna feel, and you gonna hear the difference. You gonna bob your head. You gonna be like, I need to try this more often. And the more you do it, the better you get. It's just muscle memory, man. Like a jump shot. You go to gym today, shoot some. You're not gonna be Steph Curry, but you keep going there for a couple months. You might be Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know their horn like sound and Chopper's channel love gangsta shit? Nah, I don't know that one, bro. I can't help you with that one. But shit, I had a couple more minutes. If y'all got any more questions or anything y'all want to talk about, shit, we can chop it up for a second. And then I'm gonna try to tap back in with y'all a little later after some holiday festivities and shit like that. I'm glad that I developed the instinct that many people are involved in mixing and messing, but only use their ears and eyes. At some point, I thought, close your eyes and pay. Exact. That's what helped me, like, because we talked about this a couple of days ago. That's what helped me with my mixing. Like I had to literally like just close my eyes and be like, okay, where do you want to place this? Where are you hearing this? How can we move this around? And like when you just sit back, you close your eyes and you just trust your ears and you literally let your ears become your eyes, then you in a good place. You're in a good place. And then just trust your gut. Because once you know it's not that much you need to know. Like once you know what an EQ does, once you know what a compressor does, once you know about leveling, once you know about like signal flow and balance, and you know like how to use time-based effects, which are reverb, which are delays, which are doublers, shit, what's some other shit, modulation effects, like all that. And then when you really want to get funky, like knowing how to like automate that shit. So when you be like day, ho, like little stuff like that, like adding that little type of character or whatever. And that's probably like maybe I say like the second phase. The first phase is like just leveling and panning, and then the second one is like putting the EQs and the compression and all that. Then the third one is adding the time-based effects, like how much wet and dry the reverb and all that shit need to be. Then probably like phase 4 probably is automation. Yeah, phase 4 is probably like automation, and then probably phase 5 is like making sure that master is at a nice place but also thick or what have you. But all y'all can mix and master y'all own music, because like all these engineers, the only difference between you and them is their ears are just trained to pick up on the details. But once you learn how to pick up on the details, and you produce this music, you made this music, so you know how you want this shit to sound in your head. Once you figure that out, you in there. You in there. Do you start with drum first? Sometimes I hear some. I'm not the best drum programmer. I keep it funky with you. I'm not the best drum programmer in the world. Like 80% of the shit I do, it either starts with I done dig the sample out of a crate and chopped it up. I done found a loop or a break in a sample, or I got a progression in my head, like a chord progression or like a melody progression, and then I build from that. But sometimes I lay the, especially it's like when I'm fucking with a sample, sometimes I lay the drums first, like a little rhythm, and then I do my chops or whatever, and then I come back, excuse me, and fatten, and you know what I'm saying, and fatten the shit up or what have you. Everybody that's in the live, if you can like the live and subscribe to the channel, that'll be dope, man. We over 9.3, so we under 700 from that 10K mark. You know what I'm saying? I need all y'all to help me get to that 10K mark. And I appreciate y'all taking time out y'all busy day, because y'all could be anywhere in the world, doing whatever, and y'all tapping in with me, and we talking about music. You know what I'm saying? So I greatly appreciate all y'all for that shit. Do you use Trillion at all? I used to use Trillion. I used to use Trillion on Omnisphere. Them motherfuckers just so big. Like size wise, and then like at the time, because I got it on my MacBook Pro on my laptop. That processing that motherfucker heavy, but Trillion got some nice basses or whatever. And then like what I used to do with some of them basses was I would play lead sounds. You know, you just transpose all the way up to the keyboard and start playing it in the high register or whatever. Like it was cool. Omnisphere cool. It's just a whole bunch of crazy ass, big ass sounds in there. But I'll say this, a lot of these companies done caught up to like the Sonics and some of the sounds that Omnisphere had. Like when Omnisphere first came out, they sounds was like different or like just bigger and heavier, like more oscillators and shit like that. But now companies done kind of caught up to that shit or what have you. But it's still a dope thing because they made Trillion, Omnisphere, and then that Stylus RMX, like for rhythms and grooves and shit. Stylus had some shit in them. Is quantizing the time correct? The same thing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because time correct, because you correcting the timing. And quantize is you basically correcting the timing of what you plan. So yeah, they the same thing. I would think, yeah. I'm from New York and I love to sample off old records. Do you make boom bap as well? I would love to see you make a boom bap beat for me, brother. I want to get you. Frankus Fackinson, I think that's right. I'm sorry. I butcher people's names. Man, check the channel out. I got plenty sample beats, man. Sampling with my 3000, with my MPC X, with my MPC Live, with my ASR. I do them shits all day. The only difference is like when I sample or whatever, I still play music on top of that. So I still put bass lines, string, harmonies, melodies, and counter melodies. I still do all that shit on top of that. But yeah, I sample all day. I got a hellified vinyl collection. Like on this wall right here. And you can see it on the channel. This wall is full of vinyl over here, full of vinyl records. Drums are sometimes really hard. Yeah, they can be. You just gotta find that groove. Like I can emulate groove or what have you, but I'm not finna sit here and say I'm a glorified drum programmer. Do you use FL Studio? Nah, I don't. Now, when I was younger in middle school, I was downloading that shit to every computer in the computer lab just to be funny or what have you. But I got a lot of colleagues that done tried to show me, done tried to school me on it. And that in Ableton, when I see it, I just freak out. I just freak out. I love East West plugs. I had a download of the East West shit. That shit was big as hell, but I really didn't get into it. But I know they got that choir. That choir, you can type the words in and they say the shit back. That's what I was trying to really get into it for, or what have you. But I'm gonna try to tap in with it. Try to tap in with it one more time. I'm hearing Arturia is definitely hitting on Omnisphere. Not hitting, they knocking the damn dough down. Cause this new Artura I got, man, as soon as I got it on my computer, I haven't left it. I haven't left it alone. I honestly haven't. Like the sounds that's in that motherfucker, like them shit's just different. Them shit's different. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me say this. Like that shit got sounds like this. It's all Arturo. Shit crazy. I started ninth grade, yeah, in my performing arts high school. I started ninth grade, yeah, in my Performing Arts High School. Any advice? Man, I remember my ninth grade year going to Performing Arts High School. Man, I would say just be a sponge and just learn all you can. And the biggest thing that helped me was too, because I didn't want, they made us play like a principal instrument, but outside of piano. Like I had to play piano for a whole year. They made us take piano lessons for a whole year. But I didn't want to be in the band or chorus and shit like that. So I got into the harp program. And that harp program like really helped me because we was learning like about like Brahms, Segodala, Scott Joplin. You know, so we was playing classical music, jazz music, and that shit really like opened my ears up to like, you know, syncopation and like all that reckoning shit that I do or whatever. Like I learned all that from like just orchestra, man, and knowing about like rounds. Like, okay, they gonna start at this place, you're gonna start at this place, and then as y'all playing the composition, when y'all get to like the last 8 bars, that shit is gonna match together and like just sync up or what have you. So just love music, man, and just practice, 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 and have fun in it. Enjoy that moment, live in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And just learn all you can. Gordy, what it do? 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 Oh no, I just got rid of that fucking weirdo. My bad, y'all. Because y'all had asked a whole bunch of questions. I was still at the top. Y'all know some of these folks is weird as shit that get on here. We ain't even gonna get that broke ass motherfucker no time and energy. What we talking about? Artillery fires here, can be fat bass stream like he love. Yeah, nah, Arturo hard. That motherfucker hard. It real hard. Everybody that's in the live, if you could like the live video and subscribe to the channel, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. You want to learn them keys, start with half step, whole step. I can really play with that. Man, Chino bands, I tell them all the time, man, half steps, whole steps, and then just learning that 5-finger pattern. You know, like in every key that that shit right there, but that shit you know, it's a C chord. It's a D flat major chord. Like just knowing that shit, knowing your scales, like that shit help that shit out a lot. Need to get you. Nah, that's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. I thought about that. I like the hype plugin. Come on, hype. Oh, you talking about the hype that's in the keyboard? Yeah, hype cool. I just wish they had like, cause like they got Fabric Excel, Fabric Excel dope. But I wish like I don't know if y'all familiar with Logic, but you know how Logic got like that EX24, like that one sampler in there that got like multiple instruments. Like, all right, I got some good pianos out of this. I got some good choirs. I got some good horns. Like, it's just that one universal plug-in that's like, yeah, no, I'm saying the hype is in the keyboard. It's in the keyboard. But like that one universal plug-in that got like just like it's a go-to, like it's a little bit of everything in there and like you can just work. You know what I'm saying? Cause some of they sounds in there, it's a little cheesy. But the pianos in there are cool. The organ in there is cool. And the strings, like the pitch bend that they got on the strings or whatever, they really dope. I appreciate you. I'm a female writer, producer, vocalist. Working to master my equipment. Thank you for the channel. Oh man, I appreciate you tapping in with me. I really do. I really do. So what's my favorite plugin? I ain't I ain't really got no favorite plugin like that. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't. I don't. I like it just I'll be depending on what I'm doing. Like every situation is different or what have you. So it just all depends. But one plugin I would say that made my life a lot easier or whatever is that Serato. That's because I was on Serato when Serato was like $49.99. And what was dope was when they came out with the stems and all that, like if you paid for it from the get-go, they gave everybody a free ass update or what have you. But like that was one of the programs where like I could put samples and loops and just chop them and then like sync the tempo. And it would all, even though I play by ear and I can hear, it would already tell me the key signature and it would already give me the BPM or what have you. So like when I was chopping up samples and shit like that shit made my life so much easier. Like beyond easy. So yeah, I probably say Serato, maybe Serato. Serato. Cause like I know all these other plugins and like the MPC and shit, like they do stems and all that shit now, but man, fuck that. Serato was on that shit first. You know what I'm saying? And like I even use Serato Studio. I was using Serato Studio for a minute. Cause at first, Serato Studio was where you could do stems. You couldn't do stems without Serato Studio. And then they brought it back to where it was just a plug or what have you. So now Serato dope. Don't get frustrated. Just progress. I'm still thinking of getting the MPC 61 keys, to be honest. It's dope. Oh, hey, but hey, Major, what I would do is if you're gonna get it, probably wait a couple months. Cause I really feel like by the end of the summer, going into the winter, I think they're gonna drop a new keyboard because they dropped that 37. And now that they dropped that 37, my mind just saying they gotta advance that 61 because they got to go back and make that 61 right. Because my whole thing was I didn't understand how they made a 37 when that 61, it wasn't all the way put together. Like it was a lot of shit that they could have added to make that thing like really, you know what I'm saying, beastie or what have you. So they probably gonna drop some new shit. And when they drop that new one, that one probably gonna be the one or what have you. Oh, believe me, I'm not thinking. Trying to master my MPC too. The MPC, man, the thing I can tell you is you just got to play with it. And the more you play with it, the better you get. Like some days, even when I'm banging on it, like I might not even say the beat or dump the beat. I'm just in there like just trying to get better, like just trying to learn something. Like I'm not even worried about the outcome. Like I ain't gotta make no beat, I ain't gotta make no record. I'm just trying to find some new functions and some new buttons and a new method and a new way of doing things or what have you. So when I'm in certain situations, it's like, oh, you know what? The other day I learned how to blah, 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 blah. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Right then and there. So just when I be like, dive in that motherfucker, just dive in it. And cause you ain't gotta always make music out that shit. Like you just be playing. You playing to learn. You know what I'm saying? So just spend time with it. Cause I gotta do the same thing with this ASR. Cause I ain't really dived in it. Like I made some beats, learned how to sequence, made a couple videos, but I'm nowhere near fluent in that bitch. Like out of 10, 0 to 10, I might be a 4. Cause there's so much more this keyboard can do that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And even with the MP, like I can fuck with the MPs. I know how to work them. Been dealing with forever, but it's always something more you can learn. Have you ever used Universal Audio plugins? Yeah, I had a UAD joint. I gave mine away to my homeboy. But yeah, UAD cool. My only problem with making breaks is sometimes listening to a dope track I created Many times you play it out and not deleting them. Man, you just gotta put them in the stash, man. Just put them in the stash. Cause I have beats, man, I made years ago. I come back to them, reflip them, sample them. You just never know. So I'm a big stickler in just saving it. And they always drop them prices. Right, they do. Oh yeah, that's true. Nah, I'm telling you, man. I know they is. They got to. They got to because they're only being able to record 8 plugins, and I'm not the only person that be griping about that. Like, they know they got to circle back around. I think MPC stems is a bit weak. I still have a lot of artifacts everywhere within it. Yeah, because sometimes with Serato or what have you, they used to have a little of the artifacts. It wasn't that crazy noticeable or what have you. Because sometimes you could get away with like putting the EQ on there, like making a high pass filter. And so you guys know a high pass filter is basically where we cutting out all the lows, you're doing the sweep, and then everything that's on the higher end of the sonics you'll be able to hear. Or doing the low pass, the inverse doing a low pass filter or what have you. So you could get away with shit or what have you. But I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't downloaded the shit for MPC. Cause for one, that shit kind of fucked up because how y'all come out with a stem feature and you gotta use the computer. And I don't use the computer. So therefore, I wouldn't even be able to use the MPC stem feature. Me too, I write songs all day. That's what's up. I write songs too. Listening from the UK family. I'm gonna follow you. I appreciate you. My tip is definitely work with a few plugins at the beginning. This will make you more creative. I like how you're doing this, family. I appreciate you. Which software do you use? I use a lot of shit. I use Reason 12, Logic, and then of course everything get put in Pro Tools. But like as far as like plugins and shit, I got a gang of shit. I realized that I wanted to have every plugin, but now I sometimes sit there forever to find. Yeah, that plug-in fatigue is real, man. I be going through that too. I be like, oh, I got so much shit. So much shit. You don't be knowing where to start. I'm doing that now with my old beats. Yeah. What is your favorite? Have you ever used? Michael Nova, what is your... I was finna say something so fucked up. Have you ever used Studio One? Nah, I ain't gonna say, cause I was cooking up with a friend of mine. He used Studio One, but I can't say that I like used it directly by myself or what have you. I can't. But I know a lot of folks that use it though. How many X random changes my sample placement? The only bug gets me heated. Well, with the X. Yeah. Do you rap? Nah, I sing. I ain't no rapper. I'm not a rapper. I can't. I put it like this. I can rap. I can give you a flow pattern. I know how the shit's supposed to sound or what have you, but it's not my forte. But hell, I probably could out rap 90% of these niggas though. If it came to it. If it came to it. Yeah, I got a video on the channel. Go back and look on the channel. Well, I showed like how to get like a vocal take or whatever. And I had to, sing it all the way through. So if you want to hear me sing, you can go on. What's your IG? Underscore KINGMUZIK. That's underscore KINGMUZIK. Rolling the R2, I'll put that shit on everything, like French Red Hot Sauce. Now, rolling hard. The crazy part about rolling is though, like I own like a JV 1080 and a Roland Phantom, or what have you. So some of the sounds that's on them plugs, I actually got the real sounds, and they damn near close. You still don't get the weight. That's the only thing. You can get like the clarity and like the way it sounds, but you can't get that warm round tone out of it the way that JV80 sound or the way that Phantom Up that sound. Like that's the only thing. Like it sound like it, but it's still not. It's missing that you know what I'm saying, that bottom, that weight. I use Studio One for recording vocals, mixing and mastering. Nice. They don't want you to go to the studio. Getting a good deal on the MPC Live too. Dude said it's new. Any specific questions I could ask? Shit. Just make sure take some USB flash drives to make sure you can load up your sounds. Make sure all your MIDI ports work. Make sure you're able to save. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Make a sequence. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Make sure the speakers work. And shit, make sure you know the screen, all that's right. Outside of that, you should be fine. But make sure you take a jump drive though, so you can make sure that shit can load up sound and shit like that, or what have you. And if you got some MIDI cables, make sure the MIDI outputs work, or what have you. But outside of that, you should be straight. Everybody that's in the live, if you can like the live video and subscribe to the channel, that'll be dope. We trying to get to 10,000, and we oh so close. Oh so close. What up? They're just dropping in. What it do? What it do? Funny form? What it do? Did you leave the live up that blew up? Yeah, nah. The live is still up for me blowing up my speaker. And what's funny is y'all go tap in with EA Ski. I was on his live yesterday. We was talking about that whole situation. But I gotta take my speakers to the shop, but it's the holidays, so the little spot closed. So I gotta wait. I gotta take that up there, and I need to take my MPC up there so I can fix this SCSI drive. Most definitely hardware wins, of course. Facts, bro. I just purchased the Phantom 06. The sounds are mind blowing. Yeah, they are. How often do you go on live? If you follow me on Instagram, I'm posting the live schedule today. But basically it's gonna be I'm gonna tap in the morning and I'm gonna tap in the evening, Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the move. But I'm gonna put the schedule up. So y'all tap in with me on Instagram. Make sure you see that. Thanks, man. This is gonna be my first MPC, a little bit clueless, so thanks for the advice. Oh man, it ain't shit. It's all love. I hope you enjoy, man. That MPC different. Like once you learn that sequence on that MPC, you ain't gonna wanna go nowhere else. You ain't gonna wanna go nowhere else. And the shit, when I say this, I'm being so serious. It's really common sense. Like, just knowing what a sequence is and knowing what track one, track two, track three is real common sense verbiage. You should be able to boom, 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 boom. A lot of the old sound modules have been forgotten. You can catch them for like $200 a come up. Oh yeah, too, Papa. Facebook Marketplace. I live in Atlanta, but you can find somebody like in Knoxville, Tennessee, or like Nashville, or like South Georgia, like all these little country pockets, man. Motherfuckers be having them modules like sometime for $120, $140. Like folks be like, I'm cleaning out my attic, yada 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 yada, and they don't even be knowing what they got right there sitting in front of their face. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Well, shit, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all I'm gonna tap in with y'all this evening. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Y'all like that live video for me, and y'all subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna try to lock in with y'all after the festivities for the day. And shit, y'all keep following y'all dreams. I'm gonna keep following mine. Y'all be blessed.